There is no mistaking the sound of the FA-18 Super Hornet. The roar of that engine travels across Seattle's perfectly blue skies, screaming loud and clear that the Blue Angels are here.
I get chills. Just the raw power in those planes and the precision is just stunning. I love it.
Well, I was just noticing the way the ground crew works with each pilot, the way they work in pairs, they're checking out the planes, and then almost like the synchronized dance that they do with pilots for readiness. It's like the whole team is in the air together.
Yeah, so I think every time that you watch the air show, whether you've seen it 100 times or this is your first time, hopefully for those that have seen it before, you'll pick up on something new that you didn't notice. Other things, we've updated the narration a little bit. The music is always updated to try and give you a better immersive experience to the entire show.
This is Commander Thomas Franz Zimmerman's second year performing at Seafair. He's in a different plane this year, switching from the number 7 to the number 6.
The difference, so as number 7 last year, I was the narrator and the advanced pilot. As you remember, we went flying together.
Did we ever? Taking off from Boeing Field and heading straight for a box over the Olympic Mountains.
Guys, you ready for sneak to vertical rolls? Ready, here we go. Get after it. Ready, hit it. Take 5. Coming off the G. Start that roll. Oh my gosh. So, look way over your left wing there. Okay. You see all those rolls? Yeah, it's all the curlicues. Yeah, that's where we started from. 7.5 Gs.
But this year, Franz is the number 6 pilot, which pairs him with the number 5 jet.
What is the most fun or exhilarating maneuver that you get to do?
Yeah, so my favorite solo maneuver, just where just 5 and I, is the opposing horizontal rolls. So we're gonna point at each other, do 2 aileron rolls, or 720 degrees of rotation, and then we're gonna pull straight up, and then we basically go inverted, and it's a really cool view of the show site at that point. I just kind of try to take a moment every single time and just look at the crowd, look at all the people out there, and just enjoy the scenery for a split second before we get into the next maneuver.
Did you get this terrain in other areas?
So Washington and the Seattle area, it's just gorgeous, especially this time of the year. Look at this beautiful weather we have today. Lake Washington, last year we got to go swimming in it. This year getting to fly over it, it's gonna be really neat. The other thing that's really cool is we have a lot of team members that are from the area, and they tell stories of being kids watching the Blue Angels fly at Seafair.
I'm from Spokane, Washington, yes.
So is it great to be back?
It is. So the Renton right over here, I actually lived there for a little while. My dad was stationed at Fort Lewis, McCord. He was an Army helicopter pilot down there for a little while. So it's kind of nice to be back. I've seen the Blues as a youngster and now coming back here performing.
Major Joshua Sultan flies the Blue Angels transport plane, Fat Albert. He and his crew deliver 42 crew members and about 40,000 pounds of cargo for the team, all offloaded and set up before he flies out to kick off the Blue Angels performance in the air show.
And I'm gonna max perform the C-130 with none of the cargo and anything inside of it. It's gonna take about 10 minutes. We're gonna get up to about a max speed of 300 knots, as low as down to about 50 feet in front of the crowd. So that's a large aircraft with a 132-foot wingspan to be that low to the ground. But we practice it across numerous air shows and plenty of training during winter training, January to February. So I think that's the biggest thing that I look forward to each day. This is a unique show site. The lake kind of sits down inside of a bowl, so it takes a little bit of more finesse to be able to get down there in front of a crowd. And we kind of take an angst of fun when it comes down to it to allow the people to get a chance to see these aircraft max perform. So you got to think about other airliners. They're just taking off and flying straight up in the air. The lower that we can get, the better chance that people have a chance to see us and see what these aircraft can do. That takes a little bit of time.
And a whole lot of practice. Helping to keep all of these pilots and their crew chiefs and maintenance staff healthy is aviation medicine expert, Petty Officer First Class Brandon Crawford, who, by the way, is from Tacoma.
Oh, being able to represent this team in the Navy to my hometown is something, it's hard to explain and put into words, but it's exciting. I grew up in, east side of Tacoma. It's a little rougher out there, but so being able to show like, hey, somebody from there can make it to here and inspire a youth that could be in the position I was and be able to know that they can make it this here, and that's what really drives it.
Okay, so how did you end up on this crew?
Oh, I don't know, honestly. I never expected to be where I'm at right now. I remember when I was about 25, 26, before I joined the Navy, I was a delivery driver in downtown Seattle and driving by on the freeway here and looking down and seeing the jets, or even during the time they'll be practicing while I'm delivering, and just taking a moment to just watch it and just taking it in. And then I got into aviation medical, and it wasn't on my radar until somebody that's one of my mentors was like, hey, have you thought about doing this? And I didn't even, at that time, like I said, I didn't realize that it was a goal or something I could work toward. And then I applied and they hired me, so.
I think we're in awe at so many different things, the ability of this aircraft, but the people flying the aircraft. What should our viewers be thinking about at that point?
That could be you. Like, honestly, anybody can do this. It just takes hard work and determination to get here. And so if a kid's sitting on his couch and he sees that could be you. You could be the next pilot. You could be the next sixth. You could be the next one. It's just, you're your own limit.
I hope I kind of do the same for somebody else out in the crowd to inspire them to come fly one day.